robots paint. You guess. And I do give some clues along the way. Now we're going to be doing the top 20, what they call method actors of all time, which really, it's almost the 20 best actors of all time. So here we go. Number 20. She trained as a child actor before transitioning to indie films. She often portrays emotionally complex women in quiet, naturalistic ways. Now, she starred in a haunting romantic drama opposite Ryan Gosling recently, and she did earn acclaim for a role involving grief and loss in a New England fishing town, which is what is pictured here by the robots. Hey, Ramis, what's going on? Good to see you. We are doing top 20 method actors of all time. She's also known for channeling emotional pain in roles like Blue Valentine and Manchester by the Sea. Yeah, that's this one. Manchester by the Sea. Who is this? She's a great woman actor. Who knows? Emma Stone's a great guess, but it is incorrect. This gal did play Marilyn Monroe as well. That helps with the clue. And she was born in 1980. That helps. Manchester by the Sea. Did you guys see that film? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Any guesses? Michelle Williams. That sound familiar? Michelle Williams. Our number 20 top actor. There you go. I think you'll know this next one. This gentleman first gained fame as a child in a Spielberg war drama. Known for drastically changing his physical appearance for roles, he also played a dangerously obsessive Wall Street figure during the early 2000s, excuse me. He took on the cape as Gotham's Dark Knight. That's what's depicted here. Who knows who this is? Top method actors. He famously lost 62 pounds for The Machinist, then bulked up for The Batman Begins. Yeah. Very good. Got Christian Bale, got Machinist. Very good. Christian Bale. Christian Bale. And he's not that old now. He actually once gained over 40 pounds to portray Dick Cheney in the movie Vice. How about that? He was born in 1974, so he's not that old. Christian Bale. There you go. All right, we're down to number 18 and top actor. This gentleman was known for bringing depth to supporting characters early in his career. He played a cult leader with uncanny intensity in a 2012 film. He studied journalism to portray Truman Capote. It took months to emotionally live. He takes months to emotionally live as his characters. There you go. He won an Oscar for his uncanny portrayal of Capote. I've seen him in some really dark ones. The other thing about this guy is people say he looks like me, or I look like him, I guess is more appropriate. Although I would have preferred it. He looks like me. Who knows who this is? Unfortunately, he has passed away fairly recently. Susan! Welcome to the game! Philip, Seymour, Hoffman. Looks like me, right? He once said the only true currency in this bankrupt world is what you share with someone else when you're uncool. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I think you know this next one. Pretty easy. He grew up in Australia and started in teen comedies. He played a cowboy in a groundbreaking romantic drama, which I did not make it through. I did not make it through that movie. He lived in a hotel room alone to develop one of his most famous characters. Rambus! You are correct. He kept it a disturbing journal in character. So that's what we call method acting. He delivered a chilling performance as the Joker in Dark Knight. Yes, you guys have it. Mr. Heath Ledger. Who knows when Heath passed away? What year did Heath leave us? His Oscar for The Dark Knight was awarded posthumously. Anyway, we are doing the top 20 method actors right now, and that was Mr. Heath Ledger. And Heath Ledger was born in 1979 and passed in 2008. Okay, got a hard one for you. This gentleman was known for his roots in comedy and parody films. He took a dramatic turn in a film about addiction. He immersed himself in the mindset of a traumatized musician. He lived without distractions to embody dramatic roles. Who knows what this is? Any guesses? Started as a comedian, comic actress. Jen's in the house. Jen's in the house. Not Will Smith. Not Will Smith. Shocked audiences with serious performances in Requiem for a Dream and the movie Respect. He stayed in character for months, even off camera, for his serious roles. Who knows what this is? Started as a comedy actor. Yeah. I think Alex has it. Close. We give Alex a little space on the spelling. Who knows who this guy is? Not Stu Lance. No, not Stu Lance. Marlon Wayans. Wayans. Marlon Wayans. That sound familiar? There you go. Oh, standing in the house with the answer. Very good. Next up, I think you know this guy. He's known for his soft-spoken demeanor and intense eyes. He learned multiple languages for various roles. He immersed himself in Ugandan culture. Who's this guy? He adopted an accent and stayed in character off camera. Yeah, Rhombus. Yeah, the method acting. These guys were serious. He won an Oscar for playing Idi Amin in The Last King of Scotland. I don't know what The Last King of Scotland has to do with Idi Amin. I guess I might not have seen that movie. Might not. Kick myself. But you're correct. It is Mr. Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker, born in 1961 and still with us today. Very good. He's also a trained opera singer. Now, I bet you didn't know that. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Was he in Blindside? Might have been. This is Forrest Whitaker. Next up, I think you know this guy too. This gentleman began his career in a teen drama series. He lost 30 pounds for a role as an AIDS patient. I guess that makes sense as a method actor. He stayed in character 24/7, even Offset. He's kind of known as being a psycho. He sent rats and used condoms to castmates while preparing for a comic book role. This is not Tom Hanks. Stewart's in the house, though. Rhombus is on fire. Correct, you are. He portrayed the Joker in Suicide Squad and earned acclaim in the Dallas Buyers Club. And he once lived on the streets to prepare for a role. So, see, we're doing these method actors. These guys are nuts. We got to get ready for their role. Jared Leto is correct. Jared Leto. Born in 1971 and still with us today. There you go. You guys got it. Very good. All right, this next one is a hot actor these days. And apparently he is also a method actor. He rose to fame through a satirical horror film. He learned hypnosis techniques for a role. He took on roles with deep racial and political themes. Hey, Doctor! Stewart's in the house, standing. Jason's even in the house. Susan. We got a big crowd. Glad to see everybody. Jan in the house. The gentleman starred in Get Out and Judas and the Black Messiah. All those things. Who knows who this is? I don't see the right answer up there yet. He took on roles with deep... we talked about that. He immersed in isolation to prep for a revolutionary role. Who knows who this is? He's hot right now, too. He's so hot right now. Yeah, I think he was in a Star Wars. He was in a Star Wars. Who knows who this is? No guesses, huh? Going once, going twice. This is Daniel Kaluuya. Daniel Kaluuya. Does that sound familiar? Maybe. Anyway, he's a good actor. There you go. These are all good actors. A crazy method actor. Now, this guy definitely qualifies. He's known for calm intensity and intelligence in interviews. Okay? He played a dual personality character in a courtroom drama. He physically transformed to portray a white supremacist, which is what you see in the robot stage. He immersed in hate group culture to understand his character. All right. He shined in American History X and The Fight Club. Yeah, Doctor. Doctor's got it. That's right. No, well, Val Kilmer's not a bad guess. But Edward Norton is the correct answer. Edward Norton. He's fluent in Japanese and worked in Japan before acting full-time. Did you know that? Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Edward Norton, yeah. He is intense. Very intense. A lot of these guys are pretty intense. All right, we're down to number 11. Next. This gentleman was pretty serious about his role. He starved himself and sold all his belongings for a role. Now that's taking a little far, don't you think? He learned to play the piano from scratch. That is dedication. He lived in total isolation to prepare for filming. Who knows who this is? He played a Holocaust survivor in a harrowing World War II drama. There you go. I see the correct answer, and I see the correct movie. And there's the full answer. KH has the full answer. You guys are all getting it, but KH did have the full answer first. He won an Oscar for The Pianist at age 29, the youngest ever Best Actor winner. And you guys are all correct. It is Mr. Adrian Brody. Adrian with an E. He was born in 1973, so he's not too old yet. Fun fact, he separated from friends and family for months during the filming of The Pianist. Well, he had to learn piano from scratch. You can't be bothered by friends to do that. But these guys are serious. We're doing the top 20 method actors, and we've done half of them. Now doing the top 10. This guy's definitely a top actor. He's known for meticulous preparation and total immersion. He stayed awake for 72 hours to look authentically exhausted. That would do it. He took physical risks in thrillers to heighten realism. He often isolated himself emotionally during intense shoots. Anybody know who this is yet? This is a young picture of him, just so you know. This is when he's younger. It's not Tom Cruise. Not Tom Cruise. He went full method in a movie called The Marathon Man and Rain Man. Rain Man. So there you go. Standing. I'm still standing. Da, 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 da. That's Elton John, right? I'm still standing. Correct. You are correct. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman. For Tootsie, he lived as a woman for weeks to understand gender dynamics. There you go. Dedication. Method acting. Who knows when Dustin Hoffman was born? Anybody got a wild guess? A while ago. It is a while ago. Well, I'm going to have to give it to you because we're moving on. 1937. 1937. He's an old guy. All right, here we go. Number 9. She began as a beauty queen before breaking into serious film. She trained with live animals for a comic book sequel. She immersed herself in toxic relationships for period drama roles. There you go. That's dedication. You immerse yourself in toxic relationships. How do you do that exactly? I want to see that. Yeah, you guys have it. Ramos and Stewart, you guys have. Oh, and Alex too. You guys all had it almost at the same time. You guys all had it. Same time. She let herself experience isolation to develop her characters. And she used method techniques in Batman Returns and Dangerous Liaisons. And yes, indeed, you guys are correct. This is Michelle Pfeiffer. Who knows when Michelle Pfeiffer was born? When was Michelle Pfeiffer born? I'll give you an extra hint. It's the same year I was born. How's that? She's as old as me. She doesn't look quite as old as me, though, does she? She actually cracked her whip and did her own stunts as the Catwoman. There you go. There you go, Robus. You know, 1958. All right, next up, this guy's definitely a method actor, known for emotional depth and eccentric public appearances. You gotta stay in character. Lost over 50 pounds to match his character's mental decline. He avoided speaking to crew while in character. The method. He often chooses roles with intense psychological strain. He delivered a raw, isolated performance as the Joker. You are correct. I think Rhombus had it incorrectly spelled first. I like it with a W, though. More phonetic. More phonetic for sure. Susan Stewart. Everybody's got it. KH. KH, huh? Kayla's in the house. Kayla's in the house. So I see this KH. It's like, what? Who's that? Who's that? It's the dog. That's correct. It's Joaquin Phoenix, of course. He improvised much of his dancing in the Joker based on how he felt in the moment. Yeah, well, I guess he was drinking. That's all I can say. I'm thinking he was drinking. All right. Next method actor is a symbol of youth rebellion. He trained under Lee Strasberg, a key method mentor. He channeled real angst from his personal life into the film. Standing. I'm still standing. He starred in only 3 films before his untimely death, which we have discussed at length. What was the kind of car he died in again, Stuart? He embodied restless youth and rebel without a cause. Rebel without a cause. Correct. And what was his car? James Dean is, of course, correct. James Dean was born in 1931 and passed in 1955, and they said he was 25 years old. Oh, no, he was only 24. He died in a car crash at the age of 24, solidifying his status as a legend. And yes, it was a Porsche Spider. Porsche Spider. Or Porsche, whichever way you like to say it. Okay, next up, we've only got 6 more method actors. This guy's definitely a method actor. This picture's going to be a little hard, but I like it. He got his start in sitcoms before a dramatic breakout. He slept in animal carcasses to portray survival. That's dedication. He ate raw liver and braved freezing rivers. Dedicated. He suffered real pain to portray historical figures. That's just weird. Correct. You are correct. I think Stewart had it first. He committed completely in The Revenant and The Aviator. That's right. He was good at both those, right? You guys saw both those, Revenant and The Aviator? Good movies. Good movies. And you are correct. It is Leo DiCaprio. You were all correct. He was born in 1974, so he's a young man. He's a young man. Sorry, I had to do a little room maintenance there. He finally won an Oscar for The Revenant after 6 previous nominations. There you go. You guys knew. Titanic forever. Top 5 method actors. She is known as the chameleon of modern acting. I guess that's a compliment. She trained in real skills for roles in violin, Polish, and cooking. She fully immerses herself in dialect and emotion. She seamlessly disappears into characters across genres. Who knows? Well, I think Standing has it, but that's not very good spelling. And Rhombus, that's incorrect. And Kayla, no, not Meryl Lynch. Was that like the AI finishing your statement? Is that the AI finishing for you? Seamlessly disappears into characters. We talked about that. She delivered deeply authentic performances in Sophie's Choice, which is shown here, and a movie called Doubt. She holds the record for most Oscar nominations. Who knows how many Oscar nominations? Who knows how many Oscar nominations Meryl Streep has? Meryl Streep. There she is. You guys got that. Okay, top 4. We're getting down there. Usual Suspects. He filed down his teeth for a villain role. That's weird. He gained 60 pounds for one character, and he drove a cab for another. He lives the job, even getting a gun license for a role. He's known for understated but explosive intensity. Not Stallone. He's known. He transformed for Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, and Cape Fear. Stewart. So, yeah, he looks a little young in this picture. Huh? This is obviously Taxi Driver, I believe, right? Taxi Driver. He learned to box professionally for over a year to do the part of Raging Bull. And that's what he put the 60 pounds on for. And yes, you are correct. It is Robert De Niro, born in 1943. Robert De Niro. Everybody got that in the end. Although, he often is confused with Al Pacino. Often. But we do still have 3 people coming. So you never know. Oh, that picture's from Cape Fear. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Thank you for that correction. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. This is one of everybody's favorites. He learned butchery and lived off the land for one role. He stayed in character 24/7, even texting in character. Well, that sounds a little weird. Can't really do a historical character while you're texting, can you? I don't know. He lived in a wheelchair during the entire shoot for another film. Now that would have been a pain. That's taking method too far. You are correct, Jimmy. You are correct. One of our favorites, right? He goes years between films due to complete immersion in the film he's working on. He's known for My Left Foot. That's where he stayed in the wheelchair all year. There Will Be Blood. That was a surprising good movie. Did you guys see that? There Will Be Blood. You know which one I'm talking about? Good movie. And Lincoln was pretty obvious, right? He's the only man to win 3 Best Actor Oscars. Wow. Did you know that? Only man. Yes, you are all correct. Daniel Day-Lewis. And he's actually a year older than me. 1957. There you go. Top two. We're down to the top two. This gentleman trained under method pioneer Stanislas. He changed the voice of American acting with his style. That's interesting. He stuffed his cheeks with cotton balls to create a unique voice. He revived method acting in the mainstream during the 1950s. Correct. So, Jan, you actually had it first. Bravo, Stewart, Alex, standing. Everybody's getting it. No, what do we expect? Started A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather. He refused his Oscar for The Godfather in protest of Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans. Now, didn't he send like a Native American woman to get the award or something? I'm not remembering it. Marlon Brando. 1924 to 2004. 2004. He's number two. Now, our number one is still alive, so that's good. Marlon Brando's great in a lot of movies. Apocalypse Now, still my favorite. Still my favorite. Your favorite's Dustin Hoffman? Oh, you're trying to guess who number one is. Known for intensity and laser focus on character. He studied real mobsters and drug lords for authenticity. He would stay in character for entire production. That's skill. That's method. He crafted legendary roles with obsessive preparation. He starred in The Godfather, Scarface, and Dog Day Afternoon. Everybody knows. Looks like maybe Susan got it first. Maybe so. There's Ramos, Alex, Standing Stewart. Everybody knows. This was a good movie. Scarface was a classic. It was 1980s, right? 1980. Al Pacino. He originally turned down The Godfather. He originally turned down The Godfather 3 times. He finally said he'd do it. All right, guys. Well, that was pretty fun, I think. Partly because all you guys are here tonight. So thank you very much for being here. That was method acting. You guys did good. 90%, I'd say. 90%.